Alright, hello pile one. This is the gemstone that you chose. It is the, here. Let me, Goldstone. It's new to my collection. Basically, this is my entire collection, so yeah. This is Goldstone. It's super sparkly. I love it so much. But okay, if you chose this, then this is your reading. Okay, it says Goldstone is for protection and positive outlook. So I'm gonna we're gonna look at your oracle cards, which is the Affirmators deck. And after I turn these over, then we're gonna look at your tarot. And I pre-shuffled these. So if I feel like we need more messages, then I will shuffle those on camera. Okay, so first we have, don't take it personally. It says, if someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. But it came out like reversed, so I'm gonna have to think on that one. This is the first time I've tried reading these oracle cards in reverse, like if that's even a thing. I don't know, I'm kind of making it up, but I'm sure it's for some reason and I'll figure it out. Thinking maybe it just means that you're just like totally unbothered right now. Whatever's going on in your life, like you're completely unbothered. You know, like the whole phrase of like, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks back on you. Like I feel like that's kind of your attitude about things right now. Like maybe you're kind of under fire by people right now. Maybe some accusations are kind of flying around about you. I don't know, some people are judging you, but like underneath it all, you just kind of have like this smile on your face, and you're just like, you know, your whole world's upside down. Things are just kind of just took a turn. You're trying to like smile through it, but you don't really know like what's gonna happen. I don't know. That's we're just gonna go with that. Okay, for the other one, it has friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. So yeah, I was kind of saying, like, you know, underneath it all, you're trying to maintain this smile, and then you get this friendliness card, and it's talking about whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. So I think that's just more or less like just your message is going to be about, you know, despite what's going on in your life and what people might be saying about you, you know, to try to maintain a positive outlook and just be friendly to people and kill them with kindness kind of thing. Kill them with kindness. Alligator. See, alligator, it kind of reminds me of like, you know, predator, like sharp teeth, like not like the predator, like the alien predator. I just mean like a predator in general, like in the wild, like who can snap on you, you know. Maybe, you know, back to what I said, people are snapping on you, like snapping accusations. Yeah, it just kind of has your whole world turned upside down right now because you just weren't expecting it. Maybe you thought people felt differently about you in general, and then you realize like, oh, well, maybe I'm not putting off the vibes that I thought I was. Like, I thought people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but despite it all, you're trying to just remain calm. Okay, so let's look at your tarot. I haven't looked at these at all, so I'm just gonna flip them over and see what happens. Okay, let me make sure these are all in here. I have my camera set up all super crazy and weird, so I'm like off on the side just trying to. Also, my fan is right here next to the phone too, so hopefully you can actually hear me and not just the fan. I feel like this is crooked kind of. Okay. This isn't bothering my OCD so bad. I just want this to be centered. This is my first video, so it'd be what it do. When I was shuffling these cards, like, I felt, you know, kind of finicky, but mostly indifferent. You know, like, things are what they are, and I feel like that's just your overall attitude towards things right now. So your first card here is the Hermit. The Hermit is kind of known for, like, you may feel like you're in a stagnant place in your life right now, like it's kind of like hiding, you know, sheltering itself, like it's kind of just peeking, waiting it out, making sure that, you know, the coast is clear, kind of thing. It just sort of speaks to that you're in a place in your life right now where you kind of have to, like, stay still, kind of. It makes me think of the accusation thing. You're just, like, kind of peeking out, and you're like, you know, what are people thinking? What are people saying? Yeah. You just need to, like, go back. You just want to, like, kind of stay hidden. And this Four of Pentacles, it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, maybe somebody is trying to be there for you, like somebody's got your back in the situation. It almost seems like, you know, they're like offering you food, like come out of your cage, like you have nothing to worry about, kind of thing. Like, why are you hiding? Yeah, it kind of just looks like it, you know, it kind of looks like the cats are just like, this one's looking at it like expectingly, and this one's all worried, like, I don't know if it's safe. And this cat's like, no, it's cool, like, come eat some snacks with me, like, let's just, you know, just live our lives, and because that's all we really can do in this situation. Whoever this person is, you guys most, like, really have some common ground with each other, because I see, like, the colors around here is, like, kind of blue, which represents the throat chakra. Like, maybe you feel like you can't speak your truth because maybe you did, and, you know, people obviously didn't take heed to your words in the way that you thought they did, because as soon as, you know, accusations are thrown around or whatever's going on, like, people jumped immediately to see the worst case scenario of things and kind of slander your name. And then it kind of, like, meshes into this orange color, and then it goes back blue. So there's, like, kind of sort of, like, I wish I knew what all the colors represented, and I could tell you, because it probably is significant about something, but I'm new to this, so we're just winging it, kind of. And if it doesn't resonate, maybe it's not your pile, but just go check out another pile. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but anyways. A little bit of overthinking is what you're probably doing in this hermit mode. You're really trying to get away from what everybody's saying. It's just kind of hard. You know, because then, like, what if you do just act like you're totally unbothered? Then will that be misinterpreted also? Like, will people use that to slander you even more? Like, people can just turn anything into anything that they want, you know, make things really difficult for you. But I'm gonna look in here, my little guidebook, and see exactly what this Four of Pentacles means in reverse, to kind of give us a little bit more clarity. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you can read it. It says, the reverse Four of Pentacles asks you kindly to release your grip a tad, not just on your insecurities, but also on your possessions. It might be a time for giving rather than receiving. Don't let your tendency toward control mean missed opportunities. Yeah, I was talking about, like, giving. Like, somebody here is trying to give you some confidence back, maybe. You're trying too hard to control the situation. It's like just two completely different ends of the spectrum. It's like you're holding on too hard, but at the same time you like are acting like, you know, you don't care at all. It's just really hot and cold. hot and cold. Hot, cold. Okay, and then I have friendliness. It says, oh, we already did that. Okay. So, and then you have the devil. No, the devil card doesn't mean like, oh, the devil's out to get you or anything like that. It's, I mean, and look, it's a dog. Like, how scary could a dog be? But a dog and a deck of cats. Like, I just think that's hilarious and the cutest thing. Maybe this also means, like, if you're watching this reading, maybe you're more of a dog person than a cat person. I don't know. Just random. I don't know why I felt like saying that. Okay. And it's clarified by this Queen of Pentacles. Now, the devil kind of speaks to, like, things that are done in the dark, you know? And if you look, like, side by side, like, this hermit's, like, in the dark. Like, it wants to stay in the dark. But it seems like this kind of speaks to, like, our desires, things that are hidden that we don't really share with people, or, you know, taboo, you know, just kind of, like, makes me think of that song by Fall Out Boy, like, my songs know what you did in the dark, so light 'em up, light 'em up, we on fire. If that song resonates with you, then cool. I don't know, maybe it will with some people, but I'm kind of just saying whatever pops up in my head, because maybe it has some sort of significance in your situation. So I'm going to look at the devil just to read you, like, what it says about this deck specifically. Roman numerals, man. When I start reading, I just feel like I can't think. Okay. It says, turned around. It's even more obvious how easily the leash can be escaped. There is hope. The dog can break free as we detach from our destructive patterns and scamper off. Go on, dog, scamper off. So yeah, I think this is kind of just telling you, like, just really stop trying to control the situation. Like, just let it go as best you can. Continue on with your life. Like, it might not even be as bad as it seems, or as it looks, or as people are making it out to be. Like, you know, it says, like most dogs, the devil is all bark and no bite. So yeah, like what I'm saying, like what these people are saying, like they're probably just hyping it up way more than it needs to be, and it's probably really not even all that serious, or, you know, compared, you know, like, nobody knows the truth but you. Like, you know whether or not, you know, you did whatever people might be accusing you of, or, like, you know what the truth is, and you can't force other people to realize that, you know, understand that people have their own insecurities and their own projections of themselves and situations based on their own fears and, you know, their own fucking devil activity, you know. And it really sucks because whenever somebody's throwing your name to the wind like that, like, it could really shake things up and make things just go absolutely insane for you in your life, and obviously that's never good. But I think there's hope, you know. There are still people that are there for you, they're on your side, and they want to help you, and they're hearing you out, and they're not going to leave you alone in this. And all you can do is just kill them with kindness. The Queen of Pentacles. This kind of reminds me of okay, and it's in reverse. So upright, it's like, you know, this queen, this big fat and sassy tabby is like in this little maze toy. It's like trying to get, I guess, a treat out of it. Like, it's got a treat in there. Must just be like one thing specifically. I'm just saying that because there's like one star up there, like, so random. So maybe this is like kind of the outcome that you're focused on and that you want to happen. There's just that one thing that sticks out. I wish I had more. But the fact that it's in reverse and it's like a maze toy, it just kind of makes it seem like it's a bit more, it's the opposite of what you want to happen. It's what I feel like you're so worried about the worst possible outcome that in a way you're like manifesting it. You're like making yourself look suspicious. and you're overthinking the fact that, like, well, if I act like, you know, nothing's wrong, then maybe people will think I'm just like a psychopath, and like, you know, like, I just have no remorse. But I don't have remorse because I didn't do what people are saying I did. And or you know, like, it's not that you don't care, you just care that people, like, this is a serious situation and people are, you know, you feel like people have control over you with this leash, like, but in reality, the more you focus on the worst possible outcome, the more likely the worst possible outcome is to manifest. Like, so you need to, like, focus, think happy thoughts, you know, remember your truth, stay calm, remember that whatever is supposed to happen is gonna happen exactly how it's meant to, you know, like, chance, like, you have to believe in chance, in the fact that, like, things align exactly how they're meant to, because, like, that explains, like, what tarot is. Like, tarot, like, how can you get such a specific reading for yourself when someone just shuffled some cards? And, like, how does it always make so much sense? Like, it's magic. So that's kind of, like, what I feel like Spirit is saying to you, is, like, just believe that everything will be okay, and it will. And even if it seems like it's not going in that direction, just try not to focus on that. Just focus on, you know, the positive things. Think about the good that can come out of it. Think about the good that can come out even the worst possible case scenario. Like, focus on the good things. And eventually you'll see your way through it, and you'll, you know, have enough confidence to come back out and face this, I hear, like a man. Take it like a man. You know, maybe you're a guy who's watching this, or maybe you're just in your masculine energy, you could be like a female, like, I don't know, but yeah, so I guess I kind of want to know more about this situation. Like, what is this situation that this person is in? What are people accusing you of? I don't know where to put this. I'm just gonna put it right there. So this is a 4 of Swords. You know, I get this card for myself a lot, but I always get it in reverse. So I think, I remember, like, in reverse, it's something that I don't like to hear, but upright is actually more positive. So I know that's completely ambiguous, so I'm gonna actually look into the book and see what it says. 4 of Swords. Okay. Says, it's time to relax. Find a sunny spot and settle in for hours of snoozing, whether you're mentally worn down or just in need of some belly scratching. This is a good time to conserve your energy and recharge. It may look like you're being lazy, but being still allows your mind to do the work it needs to. The mind finds access to deeper levels during periods of rest. So yeah, this is basically just telling you to chill out. Take a deep breath, you know? It'll be okay. You know, take care of yourself. Do something that's going to make you feel good. Maybe I needed to knock on the deck before I asked you a question, because it didn't, I don't think, really clarifies why, you know, what the situation is, of why people, okay, Spirit. Can you tell me more about what this person is being accused of? What is this person being accused of? What is this person being accused of? What is this person being accused of? What is this? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna set this over here. What's this person? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not even shuffling these on camera. I know I said I would. So what is this person being accused of? Oh, there we go. Okay. How does that be? Okay. Reverse. Oops. My bad. Get these over. What is this person being accused of? Okay, so when I see this card, I think of, like, forbidden fruit. Because, you know, like, the cat looks like, ooh, I'm about to grub, I'm about to get those fish, like, it's about to be so good, and you're just waiting for it, and, you know, you can almost taste it already, because you're so ready for it, right? And in reverse, it's like, for whatever reason, like, you can't have that forbidden fruit. Okay, forbidden fruit is what I was saying. Next is Queen of Swords. So this kind of reminds me of someone whose head is in the clouds. You know, Queen of Swords. Kind of gone with the wind. In your own head. What are you being accused of? But it's in reverse, so it's like you want to be comfortable, but you can't relax. Which, you know, we heard in other things, but in other cards. This card always reminds me of, like, you know, if you have kids, you know, and you're supposed to guide them. They're gonna make messes and they're gonna make mistakes, but you have to be there to, so maybe I feel like I know someone in my life personally who this reading is for specifically, so if you see this, hi. Basically, what I'm getting is, like, forbidden fruit. There's, you know, children involved, you know, masculine energy. Basically, like, it feels like you're being accused of something really I'm just gonna say it. You're being accused of having some kind of inappropriate relationship with a child. Maybe a child that you are a guardian for and responsible for, or maybe and this King of Cups speaks to, like, fatherly energy, and it's in reverse. So it means that I would say, like, your role as a father, as a nurturer, is being questioned, under attack, basically. These are pretty serious allegations that are coming out about you. Let's just read. Just read what this Queen of Swords has to say in reverse. It says, the Queen's downfall is being a bit too self-critical, a result of her perfectionism. Her direct style of communication can come across as spiteful, haughty, and addled by a painful past. Some say she can be aloof and withholding of her affections. Maybe now you feel like you won't ever be able to care for people like you once did. Especially children. I feel really, like, uncomfortable giving this message right now because I feel like I know who this is about, like, in my own personal life, and I don't really know how many other people this would resonate with, because it just seems like a very oddly specific message for somebody, and I would be kind of mind blown to hear if, you know, multiple people were experiencing this at this exact same time. I mean, I guess, you know, it's a big world, it's a small world, whatever, but I don't know, I would personally be a little shocked. I don't know. Let's look at the Six of Cups, see what it says. Because perhaps you're reconnecting with your inner kitten or with actual kittens. Either way, good things from the past are coming up for you. Maybe it's a good time to laze in a ray of sunshine with an old pal. See, so spend quality time teaching a young one how to keep their food inside the bowl, as opposed to, say, sitting in it. Whatever's on the horizon, it's happy times ahead. So maybe some of you, it's not about like a serious allegation. Maybe you're just struggling to maybe just be the best like guardian you can be, the best guide, you know? Because people are judging your techniques or what you're doing. They're judging, people are just being very judgmental, and it's getting to you. I keep getting interrupted a lot when I'm trying to do this too, so maybe that's also what's happening with you, is you're just feeling defeated, kind of, you know, but chin up, buttercup. Just keep a smile on your face. You'll get through it. The King of Cups. I can feel like how exhausted you are. Like, this is very taxing on you physically, emotionally. King of Cups in reverse says, your need for control can lead you to emotional vulnerability, which in turn can lead to behavior that runs the full gamut, from volatile to downright destructive. Use caution, protect yourself from your own shortcomings. So yeah, maybe you're just feeling so spent on the situation that like it's starting, you know, maybe you're like noticing you're lashing out, you're not the same, you're just operating from a place of fear, and fear breeds negativity, and ultimately fear is sadness, and you just feel so betrayed and hurt right now, and you don't even know how to process or to just even function. Your whole world has been turned upside down. You're trying not to take it personally, but how do you not take it personally when you thought people, you know, knew you? Like, you thought you were closer with people than, you know, at the drop of the hat, people instantly turn their backs on you, like, to accuse you of something so volatile when, you know, your intentions were pure, like, you were trying to be that King of Cups, like, nurturer, like, father, like, you wanted to, you know, you were thought, I hear, like, lesser evil. Like, I just heard lesser evil. Like, whatever you did that's put you in this position, you thought of it as, like, the lesser of the evils, you know, but I think what you didn't necessarily realize is the kind of repercussions it would have, because even though it made sense logically to you, like, in the real world, like, things just can look really bad. Like, I'll give you an example. When I was working at a restaurant before, like a little seafood place, it was only open for like 6 months, and I had to use a calculator to calculate everybody's credit card tips at the end of the night. I was put in charge of that, and for whatever reason, the button stuck on the calculator. I don't know, I just apparently didn't know how to use a freaking calculator, and eventually, I guess people figured out that, like, it wasn't adding up and they weren't getting the total amount that they were supposed to get, and everybody, like, ganged up on me and thought that I was just stealing their money, and I really wasn't. So I was so offended. I was like, why would you guys think? And, you know, I've been accused of stealing money a couple times, and it's because when I was younger, like, I don't know, I just thought the world, I'm like, fuck, if you know anything about astrology, okay, Capricorn moon, like, that's me. Like, I'm just focused on financial wealth and accumulating it and pinching a penny, like, just very frugal, like, kind of thing, to the point to where, you know, when you express that, you don't realize that it's coming across to people it's like rubbing them the wrong way. They're like starting to get suspicious of you, like, well, why are you clinging so hard? And it's kind of like in this, like, why are you clinging so hard to like justify yourself? And it's like, well, because I wasn't, you know. But then it's almost like that could be turned on you too, like, well, you care so much because you're guilty, like you know, like, at the end of the day, you can't force people to see things the way that you know them to be. And only time will tell how the situation is going to play out. But ultimately, your bigger message is to just hang in there. You know, you have some good people there supporting you still. You're not totally alone in this. You know, this leash is looser than you think. Just chill out. Take a deep breath. One day everything will make sense again, even though it doesn't right now. So yeah. I'm just gonna get some parting words for you. Abundance. Congratulations, it seems you're due for a little / an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone, so get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Shut your hole. Like, my mind just went total fucking... Someone made a joke earlier today about a glory hole, so when I, like, and, you know, this is on the whole subject of, you know, sexual taboo, so maybe you feel like even, like, you can't even look at sex the same way anymore, like, it's almost been ruined for you in a way. But not to worry, you know, stop being so hard on yourself, stop overthinking, stop stressing. You're only manifesting worse things into your life by feeling that way. Like, you just have to look at the good, the bright side, challenge yourself to find the bright side, even in that worst case scenario. Like, whatever you think the worst possible thing could happen, think about what good could come out of that too. Like, you have to come to terms, you know, because you have to live with you no matter what happens to you. You know, we live in a society where laws and everything, like, people go years paying for something they didn't do. Engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs. So maybe you're more of a dog person. And maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. So I guess, yeah, that just speaks more towards, like, you, like, just chill out, like, try to focus more on, like, the good things, connect more with those people that do have your back right now. You know, this is the time where you find out who your real friends are. Okay, then last two, worthiness and positive thinking. What I was saying, think positively, you know. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. Yes, you are, okay? Channel that. And worthiness. I'm worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it, and damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else, and then I'll run away very quickly. Like, these are so cheesy, but I love them. So yeah, I think that just speaks back to, like, you know, even whenever you are trying to, like, put on a brave face, people are still, like, reading into that, thinking you're trying to manipulate the situation, and you're really just trying to just power through. So just, yeah, think positively, hold on to those people that are in your circle, you know, for a fact are in your circle and have your back, and just try to, you know, take a step back, do some self-care, take a bath, I don't know, whatever you like to do. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for your reading. I hope this resonated with you. If not, maybe you have a message in another pile, or maybe this wasn't your pile. Yeah, so if you would like a personal reading from me, you can find me. The stone that you picked, this is Aventurine. I'll read to you what this means. Let's see, Aventurine. It says, prosperity and abundance. And whenever I was shuffling these cards, it felt like so many cards wanted to jump out. Like, your guides have a lot they wanted to say to you, but for the sake of time and, you know, I have a 14-month-old downstairs and it's getting kind of late, so I don't have that much time, you know, but this will be a reading. I just feel like I need to say that if this isn't resonating with you, I forgot to say this for pile 1, but if you're finding that this doesn't really resonate with you, then maybe this isn't your pile, or maybe this video just doesn't have a message for you. Don't force it, you know. This message will find whoever it's meant to, and that's that. So without further ado, I'll get into these and then I'll read your tarot. Communication, manifestation. Yeah, see, like I was saying, it seemed like the cards were just like jumping out all over the place when I was pulling these cards. Communication, like they had a lot to say to you. I'm gonna pull these from the bottom. I feel drawn to do that. Oh, that's right, because I was trying to just do 2 rows, and that's what I did for pile 1, and then this, you know, so many kept coming out, so, or tried to, so I had to limit it. So we'll keep this, but we're only going to do these 2 rows underneath here. Okay. Okay, pile 2. So what message do your guides have for you? So far, communication is what we're going to start off with. It says, wonder how that other person's feeling, ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling, tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses of everyone, including the person who came up with that aphorism. I hope that's how you pronounce that. I feel really drawn to the word army in here, so maybe you or someone you know, whoever you're trying to communicate with, is in the military. Maybe communication is hard right now, whether you're deployed, they're deployed, like whoever it is. And you just have a lot of things that you want to say, but for whatever reason you feel constricted from saying those things. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. Maybe it seems like, make asses of everyone. Maybe it seems like you're someone who's very sarcastic naturally, and you kind of feel like you can't be your authentic self to whoever you are trying to communicate to, because you're afraid that they're going to take things the wrong way, and like you care so much about how things turn out with you and this person that like you you don't want to like scare them off or something. You don't know how to be yourself around this person. But you guys are separated, and you know, like so many things can be taken out of context when it's long distance like that. And that's like your biggest fear. Like you don't want the situation to implode when you have good intentions, you know. Maybe for whatever reason you and this person have had like a falling out before in the past, and where the communication like didn't go how you wanted it to, but like that person's mind has been made up because like you know that they're thinking the wrong, like that they have the wrong idea of things, and you're like, wait, no, but everything you said, you just kept digging a hole for yourself, and you're like, fuck, like that's not what I mean, please love me. I don't want to fight. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from that, and let's move on. So both of these cards, like they're kind of tangled up, you know, like there's all these balls of yarn. You know how cats are just, that's their stereotype, is just playing with the ball of yarn and just getting all jumbled up in it, and they're just having like the best time. Right? Cats are hilarious. I love them. But that's kind of what it reminds me of, is like, you know, you were digging yourself a hole, like you felt like you just kept making a mess of things with every word that you said, so now you feel like inhibited from saying anything at all, which is like kind of killing you on the inside, because you have so many things that you do want to say to this person, and you are just terrified. You're just so scared into like stagnation, like you don't want to act, but then again, you know, at some point like you have to, and you're kind of just fighting with the fact of like, do I show this person who I really am with the knowledge that they may never want anything to do with me again? Or do I take the chance and maybe they surprise me? You know, maybe they turn around and they're actually more receptive. Especially if it's been a long time since you guys have talked, because people do grow and people do change, and you know, everybody is constantly evolving and seeing things from different perspectives. So I think if it has been a while since you've talked to this person, maybe you should just give it a chance. Like, you know, you never know unless you try, right? Would you rather live with the uncertainty and the constant battle of like, well, what if, you know, or just do it, and then you have your answers, and then, you know, just find it out. Just do it. Nike. Maybe you're an athlete. Maybe you like Nikes or sneakers. Maybe you just wear a lot of tennis shoes. I don't know what you call them, sneakers or tennis shoes, but maybe, you know, and also back to the army, maybe you really like being physically active. You know, you have like high energy, like all the cards are trying to fly out. Like, it just seemed like there was just so much going on. Like, maybe that's just who you are to like the core. Like, you were just ping, 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 like pinball. You know, I always want to be somewhere doing something or hanging out or, you know, partying or whatever it is. And maybe whoever this communication issue is, maybe they don't exactly like doing that, like partying or whatever, if you do like to party, and maybe that's why you feel like a little judged or inhibited from saying things, because like you guys just see things from different perspectives, and that doesn't make either of you wrong. It just, you know, but maybe this person likes to party now too. Like, you wouldn't know, you haven't talked to them in a long time. So yeah, it's been a hot minute. Like, it's almost like it's brand new again, and you want it to be brand new, but at the same time it's like you still have these things from the past, or the situation or argument or whatever it was is falling out from the past. It's like inhibiting you, preventing you from, you know, taking that leap. Like, you want to look at this person in this situation like a new situation because you yourself feel like a new person, different person, like you're in a different place in life, but you just have in the back of your mind like the Luca. Have you seen Luca? If you've seen the Disney movie Luca, I watched on Disney Plus, and the boy, I can't remember his name, but he basically was saying like there's a voice in your head and he tells you like that you're not good enough, or that you're not going to accomplish something, or, you know, you're not smart enough, whatever. It's that voice, and he calls him Bruno. So he's like, whenever you hear that voice, you say Silencio Bruno, Silencio Bruno. So like whatever that voice, that Bruno in your head is, like, Silencio. You just gotta do it. Just go for it. You know, maybe you'll be appreciated by this person in a way that they've never been able to express to you before. Maybe they feel the same way. You never know. Like, maybe this person's also just as frustrated. Maybe you guys, like, really have a lot more in common than you realize, and you're both just too scared. You guys are just never gonna know until you just go for it. Just go for it. Okay. But let me actually just read. Let me read what this card even says in the book, because anyways, let me just. I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole. Like, you're really reading, and you're like, okay, like, why are you talking about nothing? Like, sometimes I just talk in words, just kind of see. Like, even right now, I just feel like nervous chatter. Like, I have to fill the silence. It's like, it's fine. Just focus. Just focus. Breathe. So 8. Okay. Eventually, I will find my center. Okay. 8 of Swords. Check it out. Okay. It says, well, you're tangled up all right. All of those feelings of entrapment, of restriction, are distracting you from seeing things clearly and facing the facts. It's leaving you feeling isolated and vulnerable. You can break out of this. Look inward, take responsibility, and face the music, and you'll see a path forward. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, just like, whatever is. Whatever will be. Have faith in that, and move forward, you know, but don't be so scared and inhibited by what other people will think, or, you know, this is kind of like what pile of one, like, worst case scenario. Like, think of whatever the worst case scenario could be, and find, you know, the best case scenario out of that worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, I failed my math course over summer, and I was so bummed about it, but, you know, like, that was the worst case scenario with me taking a summer course, of it being math of all things, and online. Like, I was so terrified I was gonna fail, and you know what, I was so terrified, I did. I failed, but, you know, I appreciated it, because now that I'm taking it again, like, I know how to pass it. Like, I've noticed the pattern and how they ask the questions and what they want, so I take notes differently, and it's just a minor setback, and it's just one of those things that kind of reminds you that you're gonna come up, you're gonna have setbacks in life, but the most you can do is try to find the best possible thing that can come out of the worst possible setback, or not even worst possible, just any setback, you know, and find a way over it, and find a way to come to terms with it and make it your bitch. You know, life's your bitch. Okay. And then we have the 9 of Wands right here. Wands is about manifestation. So yeah, it seems like you're trying to like manifest communication. Well, listen, Linda, manifestation card. We'll get to that in a minute, but okay. What did I say? 5 of Wands. See, with this pile, I really can't focus. I just feel so, like, all over the place, which is, like, you know, the anxiety is high. Like, just chill out, just breathe. I'm having to remind myself, like, Silencio Bruno. You are A-okay, my friend. You'll be alright. Okay. It says, there's no question that you're entirely comfortable where you are. However, that could be to the point of being unyielding, inflexible, and obstinate. Now's the time to try flexibility and a bit more openness. Let go of your control before you get tangled up in it. Yeah, exactly. You're clinging too tight to this expectation of what you think it's gonna be. You're so scared of opening up and getting hurt that, you know, this person must mean a lot to you, and their opinion must mean a lot to you. And if this person wasn't receptive of you and didn't truly accept you for who you were, then it would really hurt you. And so you've kind of like just pulled back, because as it stands right now, you're just more comfortable in your head imagining the good times between you guys and how it used to be before everything got all fucked up. And even though you want that, like, you're just scared that it won't happen again. But people surprise you, you know? People can surprise you. Just take that leap. So then we have this manifestation card. It says, if you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand, and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. So yeah, maybe you're like the kind of person that, like, you're, like, the fact that you're even watching this right now is blowing your mind. You're like, who am I even? Like, I don't, tarot, like, yeah, right, you know? Woo-woo crap. But, so you're kind of stepping out of your comfort zone already. If you hear my son's crying, it's bath time, so I have to kind of hurry up and wrap this up. But, yeah. I'm proud of you for taking the step to watch this, even, because that alone shows that you are trying to open yourself up to things that are unknown. You know, that's your big fear right now, is you have this idea of what things should look like, and as you're living your life, you're watching a lot of things fall away from that original idea, and it's kind of shaking your foundation of things, and you're kind of just grasping at straws at this point. You just care so much, and there's just so much fear, and you need to try to learn how to let go of that. Let go of that fear. Just do it. Nike. Just run it off. Blow off some steam somehow. Go to the gym. Think positively. Okay, temperance. So this kind of reminds me of, you know, temperance, like testing the waters. Like how it's like licking. It's like, ooh, I see that fish. I just want to eat that fish. Like, I don't know. You can get freaky with it if you want, but, and this is also blue, which indicates the throat chakra and communication. So the fact this is in reverse is telling me that your throat chakra is blocked. I don't know if any of you guys are singers, maybe you like music or something, like you really vibe with music, but I read somewhere that, like, the G note, like if you have like a piano app or something on your phone, like hit G, and the frequency of G will, like, it activates and it helps to open up your throat chakra in a way. So which is why monks, when you hear them, they go Om, like they're hitting a certain pitch on purpose, because they're focusing on different chakra centers to help clear them and keep, you know, things flowing the way that they need to be. So yeah, maybe if you're bored, you're just playing video games or something. I don't know if you play video games, but if you do, like, just sit there and just start, you seem like high energy, like tacky, like you just want to go like borderline, like Tourette's, but like obviously it's not Tourette's. ADHD, I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands. I always, anyways. See okay, I can't. I can't even move myself. See, that's the energy I'm getting from this. You're just like, you have all this pent up. You just need to go hit the ground running. Just go boxing or something. I don't know. Okay. King of Pentacles. So yeah, this just kind of looks to me like you're just looking too closely. You know that whole phrase of, I can't remember who I heard it from, but it was like, I can't even tell the story. Gosh. It was basically saying like a dog, when they're like drinking water, they have like their whole head in the bowl practically, and if they're doing that, if someone sneaks up on them or like a predator or whatever, like they are less likely to be able to get out of that situation unscathed because the fact that all of their senses were fully invested in the water bowl or whatever they're eating, That's kind of what I'm thinking of with this. Like, the only sense that you have that's open right now is your hearing and your ears and your eyes and your smell, like speech, like everything is fully invested somewhere else. Like you were so tuned in, and it's almost like trapped, like it's a muzzle of like, it almost looks like pills to me. Like you are drowning yourself in your addictions, whatever that may be, whether it's drugs, I don't know, or alcohol, or whatever you do to distract yourself from what's really going on. I said earlier, video games, I don't know. I think you just need to do something with your body. I think you need to get out of whatever, and really push your body, just rejuvenate, rebuild some muscle or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know, fam. I just think, your ears are open though, so this kind of indicates to me, like, even though you're still like over here, like part of you is back here, like just trying still to be receptive to things, and like you're slowly but surely, by doing that, you're going to open up more of your senses, and you're going to look away from this, and you're going to be like, you know what, that wasn't that great anyways, compared to like what life is now that I've learned how to use all of my senses. So yeah, maybe you're like new to, like how I said you were new to like this tarot thing, maybe you're just starting out on your spiritual journey, and you're just now being open to your intuition, and you're just now starting to learn how to recognize the difference between your intuition and, what you've always thought of as just like overthinking or like an overactive imagination, or, because that's what I thought for a long time, is like, my imagination, like your brain is so powerful, like you think about it in a logical way like that, and you're like, it, thinking like that could just really keep you stuck, because you have to recognize that we're all connected, no matter what you believe in. There's no denying that we are all connected. Just look at nature, roots, fungi, like the way that they just, I watched some mushroom documentary on Netflix, and the way they grew, like they did the time lapse, and it was just like all spreading, like looked like spider webs or something, like just the tiny little, I can't even put out the words to describe it right now, but everything is connected is what I'm saying. And playfulness. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. So like I said, yeah, you like to party, and maybe that's cool, but maybe whatever you're doing at these parties is like having a negative effect on your physical health. So try to exercise more, and do things in moderation. I'm not saying you have to stop doing whatever's like helping you through your problems right now, because if it works for you right now, then that is what it is. But just try to find some sort of balance and moderation in that, and eventually you might figure out that you didn't like it that much anyways. Who knows? Alright, so I'm gonna stop this here because I have to put my son down for bed. But yeah, if this resonated with you, cool. I'm doing personal readings. You can message me on Instagram, I'll leave it in the bio. And I'm just doing readings by donation right now, because I don't really expect a lot of people to watch this. So yeah, cool. Deuces. Hey pile 3, if you chose this stone, this is your reading. This is the bud stone. It looks like a booger to me, honestly, but it's relaxing and calming. So I guess that's gonna be the energy of your reading. Sorry you guys got kind of unlucky. I'm like kind of running out of time, so I'm gonna have to speed through your reading a little bit. And you guys have the most cards too, so that'll be fun. Oh, my foot's asleep. I'm so sorry. Oh, it hurts. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Fuck. Also, when I was shuffling these cards, I started getting a headache, so maybe you guys are experiencing some kind of physical ailments. Maybe you're sick. I don't know. Maybe you just got seriously injured recently. I have no idea, but my foot is killing me right now. Okay, let's jump into this. I'm gonna talk kind of fast because I have to. Okay. Okay. All right. I hear my son crying and I feel so bad. Okay. All right. If this doesn't resonate with you, then this isn't your pile. Or if none of the piles resonate with you, then you don't have a message in this video. Okay? Don't take it personally. Just look for a different video. Even though this is my first video. All right. So what I'm getting? Trust. See, this shark is standing out to me? Okay. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. This dude's just chilling out here. So, yeah. I see the shark, though, and I see all the teeth, and... it's that time. Alright. I'm just gonna have to come back to this. Okay. So here we have it. Okay. So, I don't know why this shark, I'm just so drawn to the shark right now. Like, maybe you're bitten by an animal recently. Like, I was just talking about, like, an injury. I don't know. That seems so random, but maybe you were at the beach and you got stung by a jellyfish. I don't know. And maybe now you're, like, terrified of the beach. I don't know. I feel like that's, like, a really specific message. Okay, and there's, like, a mouse hanging out right here, and he's going by someone else's, like, blind faith, like, following somebody, and that blind faith kind of got them KO'd. Like, yeah. And the strength card right here. So, and, I feel like it kind of left you with nothing. You know, whatever happened, like, you trusted somebody blindly, and you got burned. Like, here you are, like, dead. and now, whatever this was, I feel like it caused, like, a significant financial loss for you, maybe. There's empty bowls, you know, there's, like, mouths to feed. If this mouth is open, it's, like, you know, you feel like you've let a lot of people down, or this person let you down, or in dealing with this person, like, you've lost a lot of money, maybe it's like a divorce or something you're going through, or you're thinking about going through. I don't know, that's specific to this whoever. Maybe it has something to do with the divorce. Maybe somebody cheated on you, and now you feel like you have no choice but to divorce them, because, you know, obviously, you know, for obvious reasons, and by leaving that person, you're just afraid of what's going to happen next, financially, you know, like, you're just really in a lot of pain, you're confused, you don't know, you know, how, you don't know how you're going to make it through this. You're probably really dependent on this person financially, and you're afraid that whenever you do make that divorce happen, like, or the separation, whatever happens, like, you're afraid that whenever you finally do it, like, either you or them are going to have a hard time feeding themselves. Maybe you feel, like, obligated to be their provider, or vice versa, and that if you left them, then they'd be, like, left out in the cold or something. And so it's kind of like keeping you from it, but at the same time, you feel like you were just so betrayed by this person that you don't want to care as much as you do. Whatever they did to you. have options in reverse. So yeah, maybe you feel like you just really don't have a lot of options here. You know in your heart like what you need to do. It says, as I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest, without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese in your baked potato. Okay, honestly, that sounds dank as fuck. Like, I would eat that. But anyways. So, and this is also, like, talking about food, too. So, yeah, maybe there's, like, a big issue with, like, you know, food. Like, you don't have enough of it. You don't know where your next meal is going to come from. Like, if that's the case, I'm really sorry. Like, that is tough. Seriously. But, you know, what I'm getting here is that, like, whatever this other situation is, because there is, like, some other situation lurking in the shadows, you just don't want to go after it because of what people will think of you. Like, maybe if you move on to someone else, like, so fast, like, you're afraid that people are going to judge you for doing that, even if you're doing it out of the best interest for, you know, whoever is dependent on you. Like, maybe this tiny mouse, like, maybe it's a kid. Maybe you have kids with this person, or you just have your own kids, and you're kind of relying on whoever you're with to help feed them, and you're afraid, you know, if you go into another relationship or whoever, you start relying on somebody else to feed, you know, to make sure your kids don't go without eating. Like, you're just going to get a lot of backlash for that. And with this Lover's card, like, that's actually, like, a good indication. So, it's not in reverse or anything, so maybe it seems like there's just, like, there's a lot of genuine love for whoever you want to move in with next. Like, it's not just about, you're not, like, just mooching off of them. Like, maybe you're afraid that's what people are going to think of you, is that you're just, like, mooching off of them. You know, but I don't think that's the case. I think there's, like, genuine love here. You know, you just feel like you're not allowed to have it because you're just so used to the old way of life and the old relationship and the toxicity of it, and you're trying to get out of your own way. It's just a process. It's just difficult. You feel so torn with this decision that you have to make. Inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me right now. It's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be follow speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. I have no idea who that is. If you do, like, more power to you. If that resonates, then cool. But this kind of reminds me of something like that somebody's, like, meditating on. Like, they feel like I was saying, like, you have a decision to make and you're certain of the decision. You just are terrified of the outcome. This is kind of like the general theme of, like, all these piles has been, like, my advice has been, like, think of the worst possible case scenario and then find the best possible case scenario to come out of that worst possible case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, find the positive in even the worst outcome, so that even if that does come to pass, you know, you've already thought about how it's gonna benefit you still. Yet, you know, like, don't let people bring you down. Then I have this Page of Cups. This reminds me, like, this cat's, like, drinking out of a toilet, like, but there's flowers there. Like, you're afraid of kind of just being without, like, you know, eating out of dumpsters, garbage cans. Like, you're just forever, for whatever reason, you're very hung up on the thought of being so dead broke that you're going to consider, like, dumpster diving, you know. Like, it must be a dire situation. You know, they have food pantries and churches and stuff. Like, there's food, man. It's, you know, even if you don't want to rush into this other relationship for that reason, like, you can still do it on your own. There are places, there are people that want to help. You just have to look for them. Not everything has to be solved by entering another relationship. I feel like that's probably how you've handled a lot of your issues, is you've just jumped into another situationship or whatever it is, thinking that it's going to pay off and that it's, like, really something, it's meant to be or whatever, and then it just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here you are again. It seems like you just keep finding yourself in a situation you don't really know why it keeps going wrong. The Emperor in reverse. Yeah, it just kind of seems like every time you think something great is going to come out of the situation you get into, it just turns out to be a giant shit show, to put it bluntly. And you always, in the beginning, it's always really great, but, you know, people eventually show their true colors. Feels like, you know, there's a lot of blue, throat chakra blockage. Like, you feel like you can't really speak your mind to whoever this person is that you want to leave because they are just that abrasive. You know, this megaphone, like, they won't hold anything back, and that's why you want to get away that much more, but you just don't know how to do it without leaning on somebody else and basically repeating the same cycle that you keep putting yourself through. But don't worry, have faith. Your kids will be fed. You'll have food. You just have to believe it, and you have to look for it in the right places. So I'm just going to get some parting words, some inspiration, some guidance, some uplifting words, like what can we tell pile 3 about their situation. Oh, can you keep this top on? And this one. Oh gosh, I guess, no, I don't have time. I don't have time. Follow your heart, an ideal partnership, and it's blue. So yeah, so it seems here, I am always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes, and when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. We love weirdness. Ideal partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships are working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. So yeah, maybe you're just like, you've always put your well-being in the hands of others as far as like romantic relationships. And I feel like the general theme here is for you to learn, you know, that what's meant for you will find you no matter what. You know, you go through things for a reason, but you know, whenever it comes to someone providing for you and keeping food on the table, like, there are always going to be people around that care for you and care for your well-being, and they're going to make things happen for you. It doesn't always have to be out of the pockets of somebody that you are romantically involved with or someone who expects that kind of reciprocation. It doesn't have to be like that. Start, you know, thinking differently and believing that, you know, people are on your side, your family. Reach to them, you know, and whatever's meant for you to be. But that is all I have. I have to go put my son to bed. Thank you so much. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'm doing readings by donation right now. And yeah, more information will be in the bio. So thank you. Bye.